we're going to pick some elderberries, correct?
Right. We spotted a good patch on the way up here, and we're going to pick a couple buckets full. Cindy's got her steam juicers on the kitchen range, and she's ready for us to return with these buckets of berries. And her see the color difference? How this one's almost black, and this has had a bunch of berries fall. You can snap them off right at that junction, but if you take your knife when you're picking them, cut them like that, I can fit a whole bunch more in my bucket. Plus, instead of a 5-gallon bucket, Cindy doesn't know I have a 7-gallon bucket. She's a good sport.
So is she going to have to take all those berries off?
Nope, with a steam juicer, you can just...
they'll come off?
They don't have to come off. They just get steamed, they release the juice, and my chickens get the pulp that's left. All she has is just straight juice to put in the pint jars.
So if they're overripe, you don't want them?
I'll take them if they're overripe.
Okay.
See, when you get into a good patch, sometimes what you don't see from the road is the berries get so heavy they drag the plant down. So you don't even see these until you get into the patch. This is like gardening. So everybody should do some of this berry picking because it's instant success. It's not high tech. You can be successful merely by trying. Like I said, they're good for you. I had one guy that I had a bee yard on. He always looked forward to an elderberry pie. I never had a piece. I don't know if it's good or not. It doesn't sound good to me. But I never tried it, so I don't know. And once they start to drop off, there's a point where you might not even want to pick them. It's good to leave some for the animals. I think there was an old Cherokee saying, pick a third, leave it 2/3 in case someone else comes and for Mother Nature. And elderberry is a really highly thought of plant. It's like the mother. It's like life-giving. So you're supposed to tell the plant thank you when you're harvesting. Be respectful is what I'm getting at. And once you realize these things and you act in a respectful way, it just bugs the heck out of you when you see them just being annihilated by someone who doesn't have a clue. Look at that one's prime. You can see how you can accumulate quite a few. Yeah, look at that one. Nice, huh?
That's Smithsonian level there.
Yeah. That's the type of specimen that the man would come and confiscate. They call it museum grade.
They don't have much taste to them. They don't taste bad. They don't taste good.
Great endorsement.
You could just eat them and get nutrition, but not really enjoy them all that much.
Well, okay. This right here is a poke plant. See it? See how it's different? See how these are the berries.
Bigger.
And the different structure. Deadly poison.
Oh.
You don't want to eat these.
How many would I have to eat to kill me?
I watched some person on YouTube and he ate one and he was really violently sick. He did it for, I don't know why he did it.
To get it.
Excuse me. One good thing about picking the berries on a hard surface road is you don't have all the dust like you would have on the gravel.
What's the point of this? Just washing them off?
Yeah. If we were USDA certified, we'd give them 3 washes and one of them would be in bleach. Solution. So, yeah.
Alright, Cindy O'Hearn, what are we doing today?
Well, I'm making elderberry juice. You guys went and picked the elderberries and washed them. They're in these buckets right here. What I have left.
Those looks like the ones I picked.
Beautiful. And I have these, it's a steam juicer. This is 3 parts. You put water in the bottom. I'll show you. You put the berries in the top. And then the juice comes in the middle. It comes out the...
Okay.
Oh, I've got juice all over my stove. So here's when it's ready. There's juice in here ready to can up.
I could smell it.
Here's what I do.
So the water down here is what's heating all the
Yes.
everything.
It's steaming everything.
And you're heating the water with propane.
Yes. And so I heated some water in my kettle because I want a hot jar. I have hot juice. And I want a hot canning flat.
Hot.
Everything has to be
Sterilized.
hot. So I'm just pouring some water in here. I just use my old bread pan, whatever you have. Put some of those in because you want them hot.
Is that a premise of all canning?
Not all, but a lot of things. You want sterile, you want good clean, but I don't heat up my jars when I do the pressure canner. So I'll just get it pretty hot. And then here's my system. I just set it here. And the juice comes out.
Here comes the juice. That was red. Here comes the juice from the berries we picked.
I'm so proud.
It's all condensed down. All the effort is being condensed down into this jar. And it's pure.
Yeah.
And Red's careful about where he picks the berries. I mean, he doesn't want chemicals on them.
No, we try to be chemical free and spray free and almost everything in our house. So when it gets about to the top.
Then that's almost boiling hot right now.
Yeah, that was just the steaming, very, very hot in my very hot jar. And so then I have a washcloth. I dip it in water, and this is only for this jars. And it's really hot. And I wipe the rim off in case I dribble because I'm messy.
And And the premise behind that is sterilizing it.
It's so the lid will seal.
Oh, okay.
If you have chunks on there and you put this lid on, the air can get in there and it won't seal. And then I have this handy dandy magnet that I get my lid out of the hot water. My rings, they don't have to be hot because they're not touching anything. They're just holding the lid on. And then you just go to the next one. And for this kind, this kind of canning, you put the jars all together. You keep them touching, you want to keep them warm. And I cover them with a towel.
Okay, let's go out here.
Here's the ones I've done so far. And so I just get them all in a nice little pile. And then I just cover them with the towel and keep them warm for a couple days. And then they'll seal.
So it's the cooling off, that's what's sealing.
Yep. It's almost like a vacuum seal, but it just draws the flat down. And once that flat goes down and stays down, with any canning, I don't touch anything for at least 24 hours. But with this kind of method, I wait 2 to 4 days.
Now, how long is this juice going to be good for on your shelf?
For us, we still have some from, say, 2015. Sometimes we don't rotate the stock like we should. And so we'll drink it and it's still fine. It all depends on what you're comfortable with. I'm comfortable with if it was 10 or 20 years old. I'd smell it, I'd taste it if it was fine.
I noticed everything you put a date on it.
Yes. I want to know when, because if it gets lost in the shuffle, use that one first.
All right, that's elderberry. What would you call it? Juice? And you do make jam out of those too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when it's all canned, then I put it on the shelf, and then the options are endless. You can do jellies, you can do syrups. I love mixing some vanilla and honey in with it, and it just tastes good. We just take a shot every morning because we're so darn healthy.
All right, thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
The perfect hunting and fishing companion, your Weeby knife, designed by sportsmen for sportsmen. After all, it's a Weeby. Order your Weeby knife today with up to 24 replacement plates, free, and guaranteed $5 flat rate shipping on any sized order at WeebyKnives.com.